Right now I'm on Springer Mountain, which is the southern terminus of the Appalachian Trail. I think I'm gonna try to hike it all. So mile zero, here we go. It's my first full day hiking today. Thanks to everybody who told me good luck yesterday. Really appreciated it. I think I'm probably gonna post on my Instagram story a lot to entertain myself. So yeah, it's pretty fucking lit. Right now I'm on the summit of Blood Mountain. Be careful. Dude. It's pretty lit. Sunglasses are coming out even though the sun isn't out. Having a good time. Mile 31 today. Well, about 45 minutes later, the snake finally moved, but he's still right in there. He just rattled at me again a minute ago. So I think I'm gonna wait a few more minutes and then just hope he's not close to the trail anymore and go for it. Well, that entire time I was about 50 yards from the North Carolina-Georgia border. So snakes aside, it's pretty cool. First state done and plenty to go. Just an absolutely beautiful day up here on the ridge in North Carolina. Going into Franklin today. Right now I'm on top of Waya Bald in North Carolina. Pretty sweet up here. Got this cool stone tower. And I'm gonna get the hell out now because those clouds do not look good and a thunderstorm is coming. Check this out. Pretty damn awesome. Right now I'm on the top of the Wesser Bald Tower here in North Carolina. Got about 7 more miles of downhill and then I'm going to the Natahala Outdoor Center where they have a hostel, food, and beer. Life is good. There was a big forest fire that came through here 2 years ago. Pretty much destroyed all the trees through here. They're all still dead. I really hope that doesn't happen when I'm hiking because that would really suck. What's up, dear? I just entered into Great Smoky Mountain National Park. About 70 miles of trail, has the highest density of bears along the whole way. And it's supposed to rain for like the next 5 days, so should be fun. Yeah, it's been raining for like 24 hours, it kind of sucks. But the smokes are cool, I guess. Right now I'm on Clingman's Dome, which is the highest point in Tennessee and the highest point on the AT, and you can't see absolutely anything. Mile 200 today though, so that's cool. Never hitchhike, kids, because you might end up in the back of a pickup truck with a bunch of trash drinking beer. Right now I'm at Charlie's Bunyan, I think it's called. Mile 211 or something like that. Got a little bit more of a hike today, doing 18 tomorrow, and then I'll be at a hostel, so the rain stopped. It's all good. That was fun. It is day 23, I believe, on the Appalachian Trail. I'm crossing the 300-mile mark today, and check out this view. Finally had some good weather. It's pretty lit. Today is day 27, I think, or something like that. And it's a good day because I'm going into Rowan Mountain, Tennessee, and I'm gonna eat a pizza, which is sick. And then I'm gonna hit 400 miles later today. So yeah. Today I am going through Grayson Highlands State Park, but apparently the trail is closed because of a bear attack that happened a couple days ago. I don't really have much information yet. It's about 10 miles ahead of me, so I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do when I get there. I really don't want to have to skip any sections of the trail, but if it's closed, there's nothing you can do. It's illegal to hike through it, and there should be an official detour that'll still count towards my through hike, so we'll see what happens. What up? Most of the time, the Appalachian Trail is going through the mountains, up on ridges, through the woods. But occasionally, like right now, it'll come out and you'll literally just follow a road right by a gas station that's right on the trail, which is pretty cool. Haven't gotten many views in the past 100 or so miles, but this is pretty sick. I'm very lucky to be up here right now. How many miles I've hiked so far? I'll give you a hint. It's on the ground in rocks there. You see that? 700 miles. Can't believe it. Still doesn't feel real. Pretty lit. So Mike, how do you feel about doing 7 more miles today?
I'm not doing that shit.
You're not doing 7 more miles? No. You refuse?
Like that.
Walking through a grocery store with a backpack on after not showering and hiking and being around all these like normal people is pretty weird. You get some weird stares and I think they think I'm homeless. I really want to complain about how hot it is today and how much it sucks to hike in, but I'm pretty sure it's actually hotter back home in Vermont than it is down here in Virginia today, which is really, really weird. Anyways, I got up early this morning and hiked most of my miles before it got hot so that I wouldn't freaking die out here. So I only have 2.5 left now. I'm pretty bored and I'm just sitting here watching tourists on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Pretty fun. That is a big ass rattlesnake right there. I saw it well before I got up to it, so I didn't almost step on it, thankfully, but look at that freaking thing. Thing could kill you with a bite. Today's a good day. I got my friend Dan Pierce, picking me up at the end of the day so I can take the fourth. You guys probably don't give a shit, but check out this view. Pretty sick. The town of Glasgow, Virginia has this free hiker shelter right in the middle of town. It's pretty sweet. I've got my hammock set up over here. And this place has showers, running water, and just beyond those trees there's a pizza place. I took yesterday off of hiking. It was my 3rd day off this whole trail so far, so that was pretty cool. And this morning I picked up some new shoes and a new filter from the post office, so thank you, Dad, for sending me those. It's hot. Shenandoah National Park, here we come! Found another rattlesnake. Can't get away from them. So Mike, what do you think of all this nature?
It's very sexy. Beat it, pal.
Get out of the way. This is
He's a big boy.
fifth bear I've seen. Seen a bear every single day in Shenandoah. Pretty gnarly. Little bear cub climbing a tree.
Yeah, mom's eating. But she won't, I mean, we can't pass. The trail goes like right by him.
Well, you probably want to backtrack a mile.
I will be camping in luxury tonight. Got my hammock hung under this little awning here. Beautiful shelter. Almost got struck by lightning earlier. Life is cool. Today is my last full day in Virginia. Virginia is the longest state on the Appalachian Trail. It's about 500 miles. And I'm almost out of it. I'll be in West Virginia tomorrow and Maryland the next day. 1,000 miles right here. I cannot even fathom the fact that I've walked this far. And the fact that I'm not even halfway. About an hour ago, I crossed into West Virginia. I was in the state of Virginia for about a month. It's the longest state on the whole trail, so it feels really, really good to be done with it. And the trail from here all the way up to Massachusetts is pretty damn flat, so I'm looking forward to it. I just left Harper's Ferry, West Virginia, crossed over the river. I'm now in Maryland. So West Virginia is a short state, but it's done. And my favorite band, The Story So Far, released a new song today, so life is good. Right now I'm in Maryland. And now I'm in Pennsylvania. So today I hit the halfway point on the Appalachian Trail, and there's a challenge here in Pine Grove Furnace State Park where thru hikers will try to eat a half-gallon of ice cream in one sitting. Wish me luck. So the first tub is gone, but unfortunately these tubs aren't an actual half-gallon of ice cream, so now I have to go get a pint too and do that. So, goddamn. The challenge has been completed. I ate an entire tub of ice cream, an entire pint. My tongue is numb right now. I feel like I have a lisp. I'm gonna go lay down. Yeah. It's been raining for the past like 3-4 days, pretty much non-stop, but fortunately through central Pennsylvania here, there's a lot of towns, so I've been able to stay inside and get out of the rain for a bit, pretty much every night for the past couple days. Unfortunately, the rain's not gonna stop for the next couple days. A lot of the trail's getting pretty flooded, but it sucks, but that's just the way it goes. I really need a haircut. The rain has continued all day today, and we're hearing word that the trail north of where we're staying tonight is impassable because of flooding, so there's a good chance we might be hunkered down in Duncannon, Pennsylvania for a few days. Overhead snakes just chilling down there. I was having my lunch, and this other guy that was here pointed them out to me. There's two of them just kind of curled up in that rock down there. Pretty sketchy. The classic back of a pickup truck hitchhike on the Appalachian Trail. How do you feel after the buffet, Mikey?
Like trash.
You look like trash too.
I am trash.
So the trail through Pennsylvania is mostly just rocks like this. It's a real pain to hike on, hurt your feet, and there's lots of snakes that live in the cracks of the rocks, so poor me. All the southbounders I've been passing are telling me that the worst rocky section has yet to come. I should hit it in a day or two. But once I get through it, I'll pretty much be in New Jersey, which is awesome, because Pennsylvania sucks, and that'll be another state down. Right now I'm in Slatington, Pennsylvania, and our new friend Joe over here was nice enough to let 4 smelly hikers stay in his house for free tonight, so very lucky.
It's funny to say that. Dude, it said on the Weather Channel.
What up,
like,
Snake?
Get like 3 inches. We started in some shit. I mean, it probably did rain like an inch.
See that? Look at that thing. Mike, what do you think about my eating habits?
You're disgusting.
You're disgusting.
Human being.
Nice unibrow.
Thanks.
See how many miles I've hiked? Look at that number. 4 digits. Well, I tried to say this earlier, but my headphones were plugged in, so the audio didn't work. But why don't you tell everybody where we are, Flossie?
We're in Jersey, baby.
Jersey. Made it to New Jersey. Never thought I would say this, but New Jersey is pretty damn sweet. Right now we are quite literally stumbling into the town of Unionville, New York. 26.7 miles today, second longest day on the whole trail. And there's a pizza place here and a place to camp out back. Pretty lit. Right now I'm at this huge outlet complex in Harriman, New York. I mean, this thing is literally massive. Got like every brand. Not a place I thought I would find myself in the middle of a through hike of the Appalachian Trail. Yes, I'm at a pool right now, and yes, it is actually on the Appalachian Trail. Fucking insane. The trail also goes directly through a zoo. Like I'm literally in a zoo right now. Weirdest day. I found a rattlesnake, but this one's behind the glass, so it's all good. Look at that thing. Seen enough of these guys.
That's not a small one, too.
Kind of sad. Last post. I'm now crossing the Hudson River. Check it out. Pretty lit. Right now I'm in northwestern Connecticut. Yesterday my mom and my sister stopped by on a road trip to pick me up, and I got to take a day off with them, so thank you guys for that. And today I'm going to be in Massachusetts. $1,500 miles. It's a lot of walking. Still got a ways to go. Welcome to Massachusetts, home of the Boston Bruins, best hockey team in the NHL. I walked here from Georgia. Crazy. It's my first full day in Massachusetts. It feels really good because the next state I'm gonna cross into in 4 or 5 days is gonna be Vermont, which obviously I'm from Vermont and I've already done that section of the trail, so life is good. I'm in a pretty good mood today. I'm very excited about 3 things, and you probably don't care what they are, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. The first thing I am very excited about is the fact that it's finally cool. It finally feels like fall's on the way. It's been really, really humid the past couple weeks, and it's just uncomfortable to hike in, so I'm stoked on that. Second thing that I'm excited for is the fact that from here on out, there's pretty much no chance of me seeing a rattlesnake or a copperhead. I quite literally out-hiked their range. They don't come this far north on the trail, so that's good. And the last thing that I'm excited for is that either tomorrow evening or the next day, I'm gonna be in Vermont. I got dropped off in northern Georgia, and I walked from there all the way back home to Vermont, which is pretty cool. Now I'm on the summit of Mount Greylock, which is the highest mountain in Massachusetts. Just beyond me over there, I can see into Vermont. Feels good. Nice cool day. Feels good to be in the mountains again. On May 14th, I got dropped off in northern Georgia, and as of today, I walked my ass all the way home. Check it out. So the first 100 miles of Vermont coincide with a different trail called the Long Trail. And I've already hiked the Long Trail twice, being from Vermont, so the next 100 miles are definitely familiar territory, which is cool. When I started this hike, it was pretty intimidating, and Vermont may as well have been just as far away as Katahdin, the end of the trail. So the fact that I made it this far is pretty damn incredible. Right now I'm at Kid Gore Shelter. 6 years ago, when I was 16, I tried to hike the Long Trail, and I made it here about 25 miles in, and I quit. I quit the trail, I couldn't do it. And now I walked here from Georgia, so it feels pretty good. When I hiked the Long Trail 2 years ago, the shelter that I stayed at last night is a place that I stayed, Story Spring Shelter, and I just passed the shelter that I ended at that day. So I did what would have been a full day back then, before 1 o'clock, and I've still got about 6 to go. Also, if anybody that sees this happens to live in Manchester Center, Vermont, a couple hikers and I could really use a shower and somewhere to stay tonight. If not, it's all good. We'll just go back to the trail, but yeah, we could really use a chance to get cleaned up. This is what it's come to, folks. I'm begging for a place to stay on Instagram, and I'm eating Doritos with a spoon because they're too crushed to eat with my hands. I'm gonna show you guys how to hitchhike real quick. Ready? It's that simple. Nope. And nope. And just like that, I'm at McDonald's. The last 2 days have been among the most miserable on the entire Appalachian Trail. Mother Nature had to give us one last big middle finger and throw 2 days of extremely humid weather at us, which really sucked. I'm pretty much soaked head to toe in sweat right now. The chafing is really bad. It's just not a good situation. But thankfully, we just made it to camp. We're calling it early today. The heat. I am in New Hampshire. Hopefully, the next time I'm in Vermont will be after successfully completing the Appalachian Trail. Right now I'm in Hanover, New Hampshire, and it's kind of funny because this is where Dartmouth College is, so there's all these Ivy League kids and professors walking around, and then there's just me covered in dirt, haven't showered in a couple days. Nice contrast. It's a beautiful day in New Hampshire today. Check this out. Look at all those trees. Good nature. In a couple days, I'm gonna be in the White Mountains, which I'm really looking forward to because I've hiked there a lot and they're beautiful. I've already hiked the 48 4,000 foot peaks in the Whites, so I'm gonna be revisiting some familiar territory. I just hope the weather's nice because when you're high above tree line like you are on the Whites, things can get pretty dicey during a thunderstorm. Hiking, miles, trail, Appalachian, White, mountain, trail, hiking, feet, trees, miles, hiking, trail, Appalachian, hiking, trail. I'm in the Smart Mountain Fire Tower right now. Pretty sketchy coming up here. Wind's blowing pretty good, but freaking sweet. Getting a taste of the Whites. Today's a sick day. I'm going up the first peak in the Whites, Mount Moosilauke, 4,802 feet. Beautiful day, supposed to be nice weather all day. Good shit. I guess I only have 400 miles left too. I remember when I made it 400 miles in, I was so stoked. And now I've only got 400 left. Pretty crazy. Right now I'm in Lincoln, New Hampshire. Went up and over Moosilauke, whatever it's called. Pretty rough climb down. This town is absolutely packed because it's a holiday weekend, which we didn't realize. Pretty crazy. I don't know what Right now I'm on the summit of South Kinsman Mountain in the Whites. I did this mountain a couple years ago, but I forgot how tough it was and it kicked my ass coming up here. The Whites are no joke, especially carrying a full pack. Most of the AT has switchbacks that kind of zigzag up mountains so that they're not quite as steep and rough, but here in the Whites, they don't do that. They just make the trails go straight up, and it's a bitch. Right now I'm on Franconia Ridge. I hiked this in July of 2015 and I couldn't see a single thing because it was too cloudy. So this is a nice little surprise. That's where we're going next. Yo, Flossie.
Yeah.
Tell the good people what's going on right now.
Well, we're on Franconia Ridge in the White Mountains. Don't get no better than this, baby.
Up here on the summit of Mount Garfield, straight ahead there, that's a mountain called Owl's Head. Hiked that a few years ago. That's Franconia Ridge, that's where I was earlier. Pretty damn sweet. Off in the distance there, that's Mount Washington. I'm heading up there. I'll be about a mile below the top tonight, and should be going over there in the morning. It's the highest peak in the Whites, highest in the Northeast. Today is a tough day. Only doing about 12 miles, but pretty much all of it is uphill. I've already gotten over the first peak, Mount Webster, and I've got about 3 more to go before I get to the base of Washington. Right now I'm on the summit of Mount Washington. It's very windy out there, so I can't really go outside because you won't be able to hear anything I'm saying. But yeah, it's a beautiful day and very cold. Ready? There it is, just up there. Good stuff. I'd like to give a shout out to Evan, who's been following my hike on Instagram apparently. He ran into me as I was leaving Lake the Clouds Hut. He said, "What's up?" So Evan, thank you for the support, and I hope you have a good hike. Right now I'm on one of the Wildcat Peaks. Straight ahead is Mount Washington. I was up there yesterday. There's Mount Adams, and to the right is Mount Madison. I was also up there yesterday. Gonna be cold tonight. Got a couple more miles to hike today, and it occurred to me earlier today that today is my second to last day in New Hampshire. Tomorrow's my last full day in New Hampshire, and then I'm gonna be in Maine. The last state on the 18th. In fact, if you actually look up above me, out that way, that is Maine. It's so close I can see it. Once I get to that border, I'll have about 281 miles to go, a couple weeks, and that'll be done. I've still got about 14 or 15 miles to go until the border, but it's pretty crazy. Been going this whole time, started in Georgia, and I'm about to be in the last state on the trail. So this is what I'm dealing with right now. I have to get myself up this when I have a full pack with 3 days worth of food. See, if I try to go that way, I'm gonna get covered in mud. If I try to go that way, I'm probably gonna fall backwards and hurt myself. Fortunately, I am a savage, and I was able to get myself up without being totally covered in mud and without falling. The truth is, there's shit like this every single day, and I've gotten pretty good at it. Right now I'm near the top of the aptly named Mount Success, the last mountain in New Hampshire. I don't know if I'm gonna have service in 2 miles at the Maine border. If I do, then I'll post, but if not, next time you hear from me, I'll be in Maine. I made it to Maine, the last state.
We made it to Maine, bye-bye.
I am in Rangeley, Maine, and I'm gonna try to put this huge plate of nachos inside of my body. It might not fit, but I'm sure as hell gonna try. Where'd those nachos go? They're in my stomach. Because I eat like a freaking animal. I am officially less than 200 miles from the end of the Appalachian Trail. It's pretty crazy, and I've kind of been in like a weird, like mental, like back and forth the past couple days. On one hand, I'm really excited to be done so that I don't have to hike every single day and I can be a normal person again. But on the other hand, I'm really gonna miss this. I've had some great experiences, and it's gonna be really weird going back to normal life. I'm on the summit of Bigelow Mountain, Avery Peak. It's very foggy today, and this morning I got woken up by a moose wandering through our campsite, so that's how things are going here. Right now I'm on top of Pleasant Pond Mountain, For the first time in the entire trail, I can see Mount Katahdin with my own eyes. It's still pretty far away, still got about 140 miles left to hike, but the end is in sight. On Friday, it was really cold and it rained, and being cold and wet really sucks. I was kind of cursing the trail then, just really ready to be done. But now that the weather's nice, feeling good. I did manage to hike almost 18 miles in 6 hours on Friday because I just was too cold to stop moving. So at least I got something out of it, I guess. I don't know. Right now I'm in Monson, Maine, taking a day off today, waiting out this rainstorm. And tomorrow I'm going to be entering the 100-mile wilderness, which is the longest stretch of trail without any road crossings, without any chances to resupply. Now I only have enough space in my pack to carry about 4 or 5 days worth of food, which means I'm going to have to do a number of 20-mile days to get through it. So that's going to suck, but good news is once I get through it, I'll pretty much be done. Once I get through the 100 miles, I really only have about 15 miles left to the top of Katahdin. So pretty much just going to be making this final dash, and hopefully all will go as planned and I'll be done the trail. It's really weird to think about how I'm almost done this. I've been doing this since May 14th, you know, just shy of 5 months. And once I get through this next 100, I'll be back to normal life, writing code for a living. I officially have less than 100 miles to go on the Appalachian Trail. 2 digits. When I started, that number was 2,190, and now it's less than 100. Feels good. In the clouds. Can't see a damn thing on a barren mountain. That's it right there.
You got it?
That's the summit. That's the end of the trail. Woo! Just finished a 26.8 mile day, my second longest on the trail, just to be greeted by this amazing lake and sunset. 2 days left.
Did the other people at the other campsite have fire? Oh, sorry.
You ruined it.
You'll have to take the video out, or the audio.
Right now I am 21.2 miles from the end of the Appalachian Trail. Banging out a casual 25-mile day today, and then it's going to be 5 to the summit for a celebration tomorrow. 100-mile wilderness has been absolutely insane. Leaving Monson, I did 20 miles, and the next day I did 17. Day after that, I did 27. Yesterday I did 22, and today 25. But tomorrow, 5 miles to the top. That's what I've been working towards since May. Right in front of me. So damn close. I'll be up there tomorrow if everything goes to plan.